my friends, thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate you guys, joining me. Thank you so much. And because you're joining me today, go here at the bottom. Make sure you like, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. And today we're talking about 3 energetic hacks for 2021. What are the 3 things you can do to really improve 2021 and go beyond, so you don't ever have to look back at 2020. So let's talk about it, right? So in 2021, what's coming about, as you know, the first thing we need to do is, I believe that in 2021, is adopt the policy of simplicity, right? I believe the simplicity is the new currency. And as time is going on, as you see, many people around the world, and you are finding that people are becoming more centered. They're centered with, they want to know who they are, they want to explore who they are, they want to explore the world in a different way. And one of the first things that we must adopt in 2021 is simplicity. If you look at, many people just like Dalai Lama, or other sadhus or gurus, or other people, they believe in simplicity, because simple is more productive. Because the currency that's changing right now, is a world is changing from a economic currency to more human currency. And simplicity is a key. So if you take a look at anybody who is in the space of spirituality, they're more happier, they're more enlightened. Why? Because they have adopted one simple rule of simplicity, and they believe in higher thinking, because higher thinking can get you a better quality of life. But more importantly, simplicity gets you not just a quality of life, but also happiness that you're seeking. That's first thing. The second step you can take, the second energetic step you can take for hacking 2021 and making sure that you reach your ultimate dream of nirvana, is think step by step, meaning think in baby steps. Because many times, you will hear pundits and gurus, and they will talk about, hey, like, you should achieve $1 million goal, you should go for it, right? Go for what though? $1 million? Well, your mind may not be able to fathom that fact, but what your mind can fathom the fact is just taking baby steps, and making sure you stay focused on a task. So, for instance, let's say your goal is to make $1 million, or make $100,000, for that matter. Or, what if you just focused on just trying to make, more than what you made yesterday or the last month, right? Just a simple thing like that can really help you tremendously. If you take a look at, anybody who is successful, you'll find that for many many years they've been working hard. They're in the trenches, they're doing what they got to do, they know what needs to be done, and they are doing it every single day. Yet they may or may not see the results until the end. And what you find at the end is that you find that all of a sudden, 5 years, 6 years, 10 years later, all of a sudden they're in front of you, and you go, wow, how come I never met them before? And part of the reasoning is because they have been on a journey, they have been growing, they have been doing the things that are necessary for themselves and their family to make their life better, right? So when you take a look at your growth patterns is concerned, their growth patterns are concerned, they believe in these items. Okay, they believe in a step by step, in a small steps, because they're in the trenches and they're doing it every day. you know um Samuel says, what is your take on cryptocurrency? Samuel, we should talk about that for sure. Actually, that's a topic that I'm going to pick up probably in about a week or so. But so at the end of the day, my friends, is when you're taking a look at when you take a look at your goals for 2021, you want to make sure that you are taking small steps towards success. Okay. And last but not least, the third hack that I'm gonna talk about is creating and following your own rules. And I believe that many of us fall into the trap of following other people's rules. And it's important to create your own rules. If you create your own rules, you can go further and faster. Me, I mean, I'll tell you one thing I learned from a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund organization. And I was visiting them as a financial planner back in the day when I was financial planner. And when I was visiting them, I asked this person. They were managing about $90 billion. They were getting about $22 million a day at their table. Now I said that's a lot of money in any way, shape, or form. So I asked them a simple question. I said, okay, so how do you do this? And they said that one of the best things we do is we have a rule. We have a rule by which we live by, right? And we actually give what do you call this? Not promotion, but incentive to our traders, based on these rules. And anytime anything that's outside of these parameters, we don't touch it. So many times it's important that when you're doing small things, first make sure you follow simplicity for the first hack. Make sure you keep things simple and don't complicate them. Number two, make sure you're taking small steps, right? Small steps. Okay, whether even if, and this applies, Samuel, just so you know. And thank you for asking that. And by the way, this also applies if you're trying to learn some sort of investing and other things. Okay, so including cryptocurrency, I believe that all currencies is a good currency. The question is it karmically energized with who you are as a person? And that is something I'm going to talk about next week as a cryptocurrency. I think it's an interesting topic. Thank you, Samuel, for bringing that up. I promise you I'll cover that in depth next week for sure, right? And then number three is create and follow your own rules. So simplicity, baby steps, step by step basis, think step by step growth, like small incremental growth, not all of a sudden big things. And number three, make sure you create and follow your own rules, whatever those rules are, whether it's rules for money, rules for losing weight, rules. Create different rules and follow that, my friend. And let this be, it is my prayers to the universe that may universe give you all the health, wealth, happiness, and peace that and prosperity that you deserve. My friends, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate you. Love you a lot. Be sure to go here at the bottom, like, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much.